Hello, everyone. I hope everybody had a wonderful, great Christmas. Hope everybody got to eat well and spend a lot of time with their family. I hope traders and investors alike were green on Friday. And please keep in mind that discipline is the key to your success in trading. All right, so the best scenario that could happen this week, and this is possible, that the bull or the bears stay on vacation, let the bulls have their little rally. When the Bears come back off vacation at the beginning of next year, selling to them hard. Last year, this time we actually did push up and put in an all new high rate in the beginning of 2022 before the market started to sell. So our put to call ratio earlier in the week was 150 and 127, very hot. It cooled off dramatically to a 101 on Friday, still in the bearish zone, but that's a huge move in 3 days. Our oscillators are negative 95 for the NASDAQ. We are negative 64 for the New York Stock Exchange. SPX weekly chart, we have closed below the 9 and 20, pretty flat there, so it was a struggle, basically telling us we closed very close to where we opened up at the beginning of the week. Breath, we had a positive breath on Friday. You can see rates, TNX, you can see rates are raising just a little bit as markets pulling back. Rates are raising. Watch your 50-day, we're coming in there. The dollar is still below that daily 9. We've been watching that. VIX had a big day on Thursday. Give half of it back Thursday, and Friday was a down day. And you can see that on the intraday chart. Big move up, and then it started to sell half a day on Thursday, and then sold into Friday as well. Crude, you can see crude's still breaking out, still pushing up. Watch your 50-day there. 9 and 20 is turning up. A real nice MACD there. Apple pushed back up, broke out this little bear flag here to the downside, pushed back up and retested it on Friday. We have picked up some bearish news in the Discord about China. You can see Apple here, your 15-minute 50 was resistance there. We're going to see that on a lot of charts. Gold trading this little channel right in between your 9 and 20 on the daily. We need to break out of that. If we do break to the upside, keep an eye on GDX and GLD. You can see the advanced decline lines pushing back up into the 9. The mid caps actually closed below the 9 there. AVI, just a strong chart, bouncing off previous resistance here, or previous support here, and nice push up. I'm sorry. Previous resistance became support, and we had a nice push up, closed over the 9 and 20. The MACD is not, I'd like to see this MACD change character. Still looks like it wants to cool off. AbbVie makes a nice passive income chart. AMD with a move down. You can see we tested the 9, got rejected below the 50, opened up, gap down. Friday had a decent day up. AMD weekly pretty much closed on a tight spinning top there as well on the weekly below the major moving averages. Affirm, new 52-week lows Thursday and Friday. Affirm intraday, you can see the 15-minute 200 was resistance there as we were bouncing around. Amazon had a strong day on Friday. Of course, it was on our radar. Nice push up, sold right into the 15-minute 9, respected it on its way up, took out the 15-minute 200. Very strong chart on Friday compared to a lot of other charts. And of course, still at bear pennant, so we're not surprised to see Amazon pulling back like it has. AMC sold off big on Thursday and then traded on and sold off big Thursday pre-market. They bought it back and traded with an inside bar on Friday. So I would be watching, basically I would be drawing this range out. You can trade it down to the range or up to the range, but I would follow the range of that big candle. Below, definitely bearish. Above, definitely bullish. You can see the 15-minute 50 right there acting as resistance when it did try to push in pre-market Friday. AMD, you can see AMD did trade stronger than a lot of the other stocks. It was able to push up above the pre-market levels and close at the end of the day. Amazon, nice candle there on Friday, and we've seen it in the charts, in the 50 intraday charts. Apple breaking to the downside. Weekly descending triangle breaking to the downside there. Closed outside of the pattern. ARK just getting destroyed. New 52-week lows there on Friday. Boeing, this has been a strong chart. Definitely the money has definitely slowed down coming in, but it is holding. a hammer candle on the 9, so there's still a chance that it can push up. BABA failed at the daily 200, breaking down. This is a nice bearish setup here, breaking back down below the 9 and 20. MACD is bearish. Bitcoin weekly bear flag here, but it's pretty much trading sideways. It broke out of the bear flag, but it's not doing anything, just trading sideways the last 2 weeks, and you can see it in the daily chart. There's nothing to see here right now. Boeing intraday sold Friday morning and then pushed back up to almost the pre-market levels, then traded sideways. So cats broke out of this little channel here it was trading in, broke out, come back, retesting the 9. Watch for a move up above, draw your trend line, watch for a move up above that on a daily. Find the best entry on your intraday charts. So Chewy breaking down here, not much to see on the daily chart, but if we go look at the 15-minute chart, I just want to point out how much range Chewy trades in. This is a nice little stock, almost a rough and downward sloping inverted head and shoulders there that it broke out of. But this is a nice trading stock, has nice range for a small stock for new traders with small accounts. Very nice range on that. Please check liquidity on everything, anything, everything that you see. If you plan on trading options on it, please check the liquidity to make sure it has enough liquidity to handle your style and strategy of trading. So back to business here. XLP back above this weekly 9, like it better above the weekly 20. MACD changing character there. Crowd breaking out of this double top to the downside. That's an easy money call. CVX, we're seeing a lot of names changing character and energy with the crude pushing up like it is. Trading here with a rounded bottom back above the daily 9, 20, and 50. See if we can hold that this week. You can see the nice push up like it ran into a wall there of resistance. DVN it did break down out of the head and shoulders pattern, but could never move any further down. And we're going to see why here in a minute when we look at the weekly chart. Has took back to 9, has took back to 50. We still got that daily 20 there. DraftKings breaking down. I'm bearish below that line. Needs a 9 to catch up and continue to. The 9 will act like an anchor and put weight on it. So this is DVN's weekly chart, trading in this ascending triangle on the weekly, and it pulled right back to the trend line and the weekly 50 held as support so far. Looks like it wants to move back up and retest some moving averages there on the weekly chart. EA, another easy money double top breaking down. Bear flag, retested the bear flag on Friday. You can see Lily here. Lily has been another great passive income chart. This thing come back down. We thought it was getting ready to break down. Tested the 50, pushing back up. MACD's possibly changing character. Back above all the major moving averages there. XLE, bottom ascending triangle, pushed up, closed. We still got the daily 50 there that we need to clear. And you can see ExxonMobil, great call early Friday morning by a Discord member. Frank called this out with it was in a strong trending up with a strong move. He spotted that, called it out. So it did come to an end here and was trading sideways, but there was definitely money to be made in that move up. So we got First Solar here. So this is just possibilities right now. This is just a group of candles. It's not confirmed anything. It's not formed anything, but we are seeing a left shoulder. We're seeing a head. Are we putting in a right shoulder right now? MACD is bearish still, cooling off. That chart's got a ton of relative strength. I would not want to be the first one in to try to short it. You can see Google here, strong candle on Friday on Google as well. Home Depot, you're seeing on the hourly chart, you're seeing a series of higher lows and higher highs. So this is trending up. The daily chart does not look that great. Nice candle on Friday, but the moving averages are rolling over. But if you look at your weekly chart, this is the power of multiple time frames. We are bull flagging into this weekly 9. So it is a possibility to get a move up there. I would definitely wouldn't want to be too short into it sitting on top of that weekly 9. The Qs, decent day Friday. I would like to have seen a stronger candle for a move up. There's not a lot of information in a candle like that. You can see the Qs here struggling with the 15-minute 50 at the end of the day and was able to push up above that. And this is Q's on the weekly, expecting a retest of the lows here below the weekly 200. It's not where we want to be. MACD's rolling over there. TLT gotten very gappy here, pushing back, pulling back. That's the bonds. IWM, we were expecting, basically, we hit this downtrend. We were expecting a rejection, a possible rejection. Exactly what we got. We're back below the daily 200 now. You can see IWM kind of flagging here, letting the 9 to catch up, waiting on the 9 to catch up for a move down. So IWM, this is the 15-minute chart. You can see the 15-minute 200 was resistance right until the end of the day when we finally decided to push up and the trading day was over. Lockheed Martin still trading in that channel. Nothing really to see there. Mara, the FTX, we were, it was holding this little base here, and we were able to break below. We said look for a move below those previous candles. When we got it, made a nice move down. McDonald's here, kind of flagging below this 9, push back up to retest it. If we can take out this candle line, look for a move down. Obviously, you take those daily moving averages out, look for a move up. Merck, another just a beast of a chart here. Pull back to the 20, push, pull back to the 20, push. A very nice passive income chart there. Meta, so we could not put in a higher high here. Not really sure what Meta's doing. It's trading pretty flat. And you can see Meta on the intraday still made a nice move on intraday. Was finally able to take this 15-minute 200 out and push up. Look how well it respected that 15-minute 9. MU Friday had a big up candle off just bad earnings. Just bad earnings. Microsoft below the daily 50 here. Did have a decent candle, push right into the previous candle line. MACD is bearish. See, traded pretty flat. Microsoft intraday traded pretty flat on Friday. And you can see the weekly chart pulling back here, closed below the 9 and 20 on the weekly. Obviously below the 50. Still got this 200. I think we're coming down to test that 200 on most of these assets. This actually looks pretty weak, like it's rounding right over, like it's ready just to snatch right back. So you got Moderna. We had this nice bull flag, got this nice pop up. Didn't expect a big move because we didn't have much of a flagpole here. So we pushed right up and kind of closed on a evening star. It's not textbook, but closed on a rough evening star below the 9. I'm looking for a move down to this 20. We hold below this 9. I would expect a move down to your daily 20. And you can see Moderna here, big sell off at market open. Then just traded flat right at the end of the day. Had a huge sell there at market open. MU pushed right into your 15-minute 200. That was resistance. NASDAQ breaking down. Not much to see there. Netflix putting in, so we pushed up higher high. We dipped down, put in a low, then a lower high. So watch your 9. You can see is resistance. You're coming into your 50, which is support. Looking for a bearish move below this 50. MACD's rolling over. NVIDIA, your daily 50 there is support. Moving averages are rolling over. MACD's bearish. So you can see a lot of these charts are bearish right now. Energy's looking good, but a lot of these charts are bearish. But it is possible that the bears can let the bulls have this little rally. If not, we're going to make money either way. So we got the NVIDIA here. Your 15-minute 50 was resistance. It's so important to know where these 15-minute 50s and these 15-minute 200s are. You can see your 9 on NVIDIA. We rolled over. We lost a 9. Your 20 is weekly is support there. MACD is changing character. Actually, a nice candle Friday got us back above the 200. Look for a move up to that 20. So we're above the 9, above the 200. Look for a move up to the 20 there. Palantir just trading flat, waiting on a 9 to catch up. Looks like it wants to move lower. It is possible to push up to that 9. See some bear flags. That's what I would like to see this week. Give us some bear flags. Let us push up, touch the 9, get some fresh short plays off the 9. So Palantir selling. We were looking for a move down below this. Got it. A move below the 50. Got it. Expecting it to come back to that support level. Plug here. Trading descending in a descending channel. Could possibly see a push up here like we have when we get on this channel. Push up. Could possibly see a push up to retest at 9 or even your 20. Procter Gamble, they're going to need diapers. Strong chart, pull right back into previous support and bounce. We need to see this put in a higher high here. If not, we're just changing trends. If this can't push up to put in a higher high, it's just basic price action. If you put in a lower high, you would expect a lower low. Basic price action can make you a lot of money. Roblex got this nice gap here. Looks like it's waiting. Not a. You did push up, so we got this little hammer down here on Friday. We could possibly see a move up to the 9 there. Below that Friday's candle line, I would be bearish. Uh, Rocket Lab here, push down out of this ascending triangle, flagging here. We are getting some wicks at the Bollinger Bands, waiting on the 9 and 20 to catch up for a move down. And the S&P 500 daily chart, big down candle on Thursday, some nice recovery on Friday. MACD is bearish. SLB pushed up out of this descending broadening wedge. Your 9, 20, and 50 is support there. It's got a nice layer of support below it. Trading this little flag, looking for a move up. We need candle to cross that line there to be bullish. MACD is changing character. The diamond's holding in better than a lot of other stuff, but you can see we have possibly put in a lower high. Definitely put in a lower low, pushing up where we're going to close here. So we're pushing right up into some moving averages that we need to take out to the upside. SPY weekly below the 9 and 20 here. We traded flat. So we got a long-legged doji that lets us know the close was the same as the open of the week. MACD is just kind of hanging out. Looks like this could be wanting to pinch up. We'll have to see. Um, right now, I'm bearish, and I still think we're going to come down and test the lows. I just can't say we're going to test the lows this week, obviously. I don't know the journey it's going to take to get there. This is the monthly chart for the SPY. So right now we have a bearish engulfing candle, but this is not yet a bearish engulfing candle because it has not closed. It does not count until it closes. The bulls could recover some of this where it may not look so bad. It's worth keeping an eye on, and we will check in on it at the end of the month. You can see SPY here bounced off this previous support level that we had held in. We closed even with Thursday's candle body. Look for a possible move up here right into the 50, your daily 50 and your daily 9s coming down. MACD is bearish there. I can see a good up day at least to give us some reconnects with the daily 9s or get closer to the daily 9s anyway on some of these charts. SPY 15-minute, you can see the 15-minute 200, which we called this out in the Discord, was resistance. That's why we were struggling, and I kind of lost hope into it. We actually did push up at the end of the day. It still provided some trades, but the better trades were here and here. And, got a decent trade there, but just wasn't a lot of movement after we chopped. We did some chopping. So this is our trend chart. Bearish, short terms getting ready to, or long terms getting ready to turn bearish on the daily chart. Square below previous support, which is now resistance. As long as we're down here looking for a move down, 9 and 20s turned down to catch up with the price action. XLK had a move up Friday, but could not breach the previous candle line. The 9 is on its way down. We are below the 50. MACD is bearish. I can see a move up to reconnect with this 9 this week. Tesla, we're not surprised, right? So, we had the triple top on a daily, bear flag on the weekly. They get a pretty big move here when we cross below that 200, but it should be no surprise. All the news we've been picking up, the technical analysis on the charts, all the news we've been picking up, we're not surprised. And keep in mind, we had bearish news on Apple come into the Discord today. So let's keep that in mind. So we have TLT. We have the weekly chart here. We closed below the weekly 20. The 9 is coming up. So that's our 20-year bond. A Tesla intraday chart, 15-minute chart, was fairly tight on Friday, big sell-off on Thursday. Uber is in a downtrend here as well. Not really much to see there. So you can see UNG didn't have a whole lot of range on it Friday. And you can see we pushed back up, but we could not close into the previous candle. We closed even with the previous candle body. X had a nice push up here off that guiding up, but then had 2 down days holding some moving averages in here. You can see we're holding the weekly 9 or weekly 20. We're above the, or I'm sorry, we're above the daily 20, above the daily 9, looking for a possible move up. As long as we hold those moving averages, I will remain bullish. We get below them, we're going to look at with a different mindset, and that's bearish. Wells Fargo here. So we're trading in this ascending triangle. We were able to push up out of it, pull back into it. We lost this trend line. Your weekly 200 is support on Wells Fargo. If you look at the daily chart, a nice move down here. Friday, we did have a decent day up. I can see a reconnect of the 9 and see what happens there. Walmart, bear flagging below the 50 down here. Decent day on Friday, but could not close into the previous candle body. Win breaking down here. We thought there may be a chance to push up because we closed back above some moving averages, but we ended up selling off one day and taking this line out. You can see your bands are pinching here, so a move's probably coming there. You can see XLF, this is the financial sector, trading in a bear flag, so bear flagging into the 9 for now. See where we open up in the morning. I like that better out of that pattern, up or down. ExxonMobil trading in a rough bottom ascending triangle. We did close above your daily 50, your daily 9, your daily 20. So we can look for a move up here as well. MACD is trying to change character. Bollinger Bands are coming in for a pinch. And that concludes our video for tonight. I'll see you in the trading room.